Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from January 22nd, 2020, as I give you AEW Dynamite results what pertains to Bash at the Beach Part 2 that happened on one of Chris Jericho's cruise. The Chris Jericho's cruise called Rockin' Wrestling Rager at Sea. And your commentators were good old JR, Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. And during the them cruising, on the cruise ship, you know, they were at the basically somewhere at the Bahamas. And obviously this show was not live. This show was actually pre-taped, which the one I'm doing right now. Just saying. Um, but yeah, let's get right to the show here. That's not what I say because the opening show feature the AEW World Tag Team Championship. You have Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky being accompanied by Christopher Daniels. As a matter of fact, I don't think Christopher Daniels was on. Actually, yes, he was. I just never remember. He was there at ringside. You know, they go up against Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, or should I say, Drunken Man Adam Page. And I'll get to more of that later too. But um, but you have these guys win the term. I mean not the tournament, the a 4-way tag team normal contendership match. Um, to get the shot. And the match itself, I thought the opening match was good. For a tag team title match, it went back and forth. And in shocking twist here, Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page, they won. I didn't see that coming. And fans, some fans, predicted this was going to happen. That Omega and Page was going to win here. I thought differently. I was thinking of a different booking here, where Pac was going to distract Kenny Omega, where it's going to lead to Page handling SCU on his own for a little bit because Omega's getting distracted. He was getting too busy trying to go after Pac for everything that Pac was doing to Omega, where he seems to try and get his rubber match. And then it was going to lead to more dissension between Omega and Page. But no, they went with Page and Omega win the match here, and now they're the new NWA World Tag Team Champions. After the match, Young Bucks came out to celebrate as Adam Page leaves the ring. He goes to drink some beers with some fans. As the fans, carries him all the way to the stage as he continues drinking up his beer and everything. And Hangman ends up being drunk man once again. Oh my god, this ends up being a pattern for Adam Page. It all started back when they did the whole homecoming. When they were in Nashville, in Nashville. I mean, not Nashville, Jacksonville. I meant to say Jacksonville, Florida. The whole thing with the whole homecoming edition, where Alan Page was drinking. He was drinking the whiskey and everything, and and then ever since then he started drinking constantly weekly on AEW Dynamite, and this was no different too, especially when since being on the cruise. So yeah, he was drinking. Obviously, I'm pretty sure those were plant fans. Were just to having a cup of beer out of nowhere. It was about four cups of beers I saw, and like it's got to be a plant. It was, and then it led to the doing holding this whole rock and roll concert thing where they're carrying Hangman Adam Page all the way to the stage. That was cool though. That was pretty cool. But yeah, but we'll get to more of that later, which is to more of the celebration of Drunken Man, Adam Page, and Kenny Omega. we get to excuse me, Priscilla Kelly versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. Match itself, it wasn't great, wasn't good. I thought it was okay at best. I don't know who to blame. Priscilla Kelly, who I know she could do better than this, or Britt Baker, who just sucks as a wrestler. And then of course Britt Baker wins. She won by submission, the lockjaw. This was not a good women's match. And like really, this is the best thing you give us on on this show. I thought it was terrible. And then Tony Schiavone goes to interview Britt Baker, basically saying that you haven't been having a good winning streak and everything. But he did congratulate her on winning the match though and everything. And then Britt Baker takes the microphone away from her. I mean, Britt takes the microphone away from Tony Schiavone, excuse me. And then she starts saying, you're a good guy and everything. You know, but the last job you had before you come to AEW was in Starbucks. And I asked myself, what? And then she starts saying something else too. Like, your last job was something I don't remember what she said. I like what are you talking about? It's it's saying that his last job was it had nothing to do with wrestling, had nothing to do with sports. Like what are you talking about? His last job, what? Oh my god, it was stupid, and I skipped it. Oh, by the way, I didn't watch it live, by the way, folks. I actually fell asleep because I was to be honest with you, I was very tired on that day, so I missed AEW Dynamite live. So I had to watch it on another day. But my God, Britt Baker, she's a heel now. I get it. She's a heel, but I don't care. Make cheer for her. It's not gonna make me say, oh yeah, she's a good wrestler now that she's a heel. She still sucks. And this promo that made no sense. It was garbage. Moving on. If I don't hear her talk again, it'll be too soon. But then again, I probably will hear her talk again. Just to copy seeing her wrestle again. I'm telling you, they need to have Britt Baker and Brandy Rose to have a match on the show to see who's worse, to see who sucks more. To see who could create more effects of a dumpster fire. Oh my god! But moving on, I thought it sucked. And I'm pretty sure some would probably disagree because they're bigger fans and Alan Cole fans. Hey, I'm an Alan Cole fan, and I could call Britt Baker to say that she sucks, and that promo it was just trash. The Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and Marco Stunt versus the Inner Circle, which is La Champion, the AEW World Champion, the Painmaker, Chris Jericho, Santana and Ortiz, being accompanied by Jake Hager. Match itself, it was decent. A lot of back and forth with Jericho getting the win for his team, where Marco Stunt with the juice effect. And also during the match too, Jake Hager was distracting Luchasaurus, where it led to them fighting, which was a good distraction, a good strategizing plan to win. And I'm glad that Marco Stunt, that should be Marco Stunt's um him taking the fall and him losing. Because him winning matches is going to be believable. Because look at his physique. I'm not talking about him because he's small. Look at his physique. I'm sorry. someone who's skinny like that and no muscles at all should not be winning matches. I'd rather see James Ellsworth win matches with the way he look than to see Marco Stunt winning matches. We get a recap of MJF and Cody Rhodes about this whole thing that was going on between them of the feud. And then we get to the match here where MJF goes up against Joey Janela. And I say myself, wait a minute. What happened to Joey Janela versus Ray Phoenix? That was the match that was advertised. But instead they decided to go with MJF versus Joey Janela. And by the way, there was no Warlow there. I don't know what was going on. Why he wasn't there. And let alone I don't know what pertains to the Lucha Bros not being there either. So we had this match, and the match itself, it was decent. I couldn't get to that much really. But and basically George Janela was gonna win here, but then all of a sudden Kip Sabian and Penelope Ford came out, and they start making out on stage. Basically, this distracts George Janela, where basically that on distracting that much, he goes for the elbow drop, only for MJF get out of the way, and then he goes for a nasty crossroads onto George Janela. I thought the way it was delivered was well done, and my God, it basically in a way for MJF to take more shots at Cody Rhodes, to mock him and to taunt him and all that, because he knows that Cody Rhodes now that he accepts the stipulations, he can't touch him, and because if he does, the match. But on top of that, he's soon to get in the match with Warlow, the steel cage, and to get on live television. So this match to me was a waste of time. Nothing against MJF, but I'll tell you one thing. We're tasting George not getting the win here because MJF got distracted win. Someone's going to get there with that one, i.e. Jim Cornette. I can't hear his podcast about this. To see how I feel about this. It should be interesting. But MJF gets on the mic, he cuts a promo just about how everyone loves Cody Rhodes, and says that that Cody Rhodes was doing his poetry rhyming with his words and everything. About how bring out Cody Rhodes, bring him out and all that. And it basically brings up the fact that Cody Rhodes says about him being a chapter in his book. I probably didn't catch that part when Cody Rhodes cut the promo. All I care about was that Cody Rhodes, what since the promo was that is he going to accept those stipulations that MJF lay out from the accept just to get that match at Revolution. But then he says, basically MJF keep going on. Also, Cody Rhodes comes out. Let's say so. Okay, what's going on here? And obviously, because Cody Rhodes knows he can't touch him. So basically, Cody Rhodes goes out there and says, he said actually, run his mouth to Cody Rhodes and said, "You can't touch me. You can't lay a finger on me." Well, he said he can't lay a finger on you. He never said about kicking him in the balls, to pay him back after having a year. But no, that's not what Cody Rhodes did though. It would be funny if he did. Remember, MJF says you cannot lay one hand on me, one finger on me. You So I thought Cody Rhodes was going to kick him in the balls, but that's not what happened though. So Cody Rhodes, he was and just give him the mic. Then Cody was getting the mic. MJF just dropped the mic, and he goes to leave. And then Cody was like, as MJF is on the ramp, on the stage basically. And by the way, folks, in fact, let me finish this first. So MJF is on the stage, on the ramp, on the ramp, which is it's connected to the ring. Basically old school, back in the days of WCW. Even today does that too. Impact Wrestling. I wish WWE would do that more often. By the way, I mean WWE. I wish WWE would do that sometimes. Cause I don't think they ever did that. I don't think, if I recall, WWE has never done that. They need to start doing that more. Just saying. But anyways, so Clear Rose is saying this. You're right. I can't touch on the he didn't say anything about those guys not to. It was as so they start picking him up. Oh, that was hilarious. And then MJF is so come I don't know if he can float, but I hope he could swim. So yeah, I thought that was hilarious though. It was funny. So yeah, MJF, yeah, and by the way, MJF can swim by the way. But it was funny that they threw MJF into a pool. Oh, that was funny there. So yeah, MJF was publicly humiliated by the elite and by the fans. So yeah, there you go. Troy Schiavone is interviewing the new NWA, I mean AEW, AEW, excuse me, World Tag Team Champions in Kenny Omega and Drunken Man Adam Page. With them winning the tag belts and everything. Kenny Omega's doing all the talking while you know well, Pace did say something for a little bit, but he was too busy drinking and everything. So Kenny Omega cuss a promo not only when other winning the tag belts, but also addressing a message to Pac that says he will get your rematch. It's only a matter of time when and then also the Young Bucks shows up and they celebrating with celebrating with Omega and Page and saying congrats and everything. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Adam Adam Page, drunk man Adam Page says to the Young Bucks, "Yeah, you're surprised that we won the belts. Yeah, we won before you did." And Omega was calming things down with Young Bucks about drunk man Page. Yeah, he continued on drinking by the way. He had a drink in his hand. Just let you all know that. So yeah, obviously more tensions for drunk man Page to lead to one day leave the elite. That's obviously what it's going to lead to. Oh, by the way, folks, now I can mention this now. I just not forgot to mention it. The set what pertains to doing the show on the cruise. I thought it was good, nice, awesome, sweet. Love the atmosphere of it all. So there you go. Oh, by the way, I want to give a shout out to Dead and Old from the Reaction Room, who was there. Who basically he's from Scotland. And he's a huge WWE fan, who's also an AEW fan, a fan of Impact Wrestling. Even when the time when Matt Hardy was there, when he was Broken Matt Hardy. Um. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to give a shout out to hold on a second, folks. I'm sorry. I was distracted there with a message. But yeah, once again, shout out to Dead and Old. Yeah, let me say this again. Dead and Old. That's basically his YouTube name. But he's from the Reaction Room, where it tends to with um not Mass KO, not Mass KO. That's his girlfriend, which probably she's beautiful and I think sexy. Just say. You know why am I? Shout out to both of them. They're good people. They're wrestling fans, not just pertains to LWE or AEW, but other some of the promotions that they watch too. But shout out to them. They they're good people. Anyways, next week, Private Party and Darby Allin versus Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz, and obviously they're gonna win that match. You know, Jericho, Santana, Ortiz. But with those together, they never lose matches. That's become a pattern. With Jericho teaming up with Santana and Ortiz, they never lose. They didn't lose the first match when they had against the Elite, Kenny Omega and Young Bucks. They didn't lose against the Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt. And now it's gonna be the same thing when it pertains to Private Party and Darby Allin for next week. I guarantee you. And by the way, when it pertains to next week, AEW Dynamite, they're gonna be back live on TNT because they're dynamite. TNT, and they'll win the fight. TNT, they're a power load. TNT, watch them explode. Just saying. Anyways, what else will happen next week too as well is the Young Bucks versus the Butcher and the Blade with the Bunny, and you're gonna have Kip Sabian with Penelope Ford versus Cody Rhodes and obviously with Arn Anderson in his corner. And now we get to the main event with Chris Jericho, the AEW World Champion, being on commentary to watch the match between the Bastard Pac versus One Eye Moxley, which that's what Chris Jericho called John Moxley on commentary. But it's John Moxley with one eye because the whole thing with what Jericho did to Moxley, along with the rest of the inner circle, but most likely Chris Jericho with Spike from his jacket. And this is a normal contention match for the AEW World Championship, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen at Revolution. So the match itself it was pretty good. John Moxley was selling basically selling his ass off what pertains to his damaged eye, and Pac went after his eye on numerous occasions. This match went back and forth. This match was incredible. It was amazing. It was sweet. It was awesome. It was everything that you wanted on the main event and everything that you could ask for. In the end, hold on a second. I see something here. Okay, never mind. That's old news. But in the end, it was John Moxley gained the win actually 3 paradigm shift. One was from earlier, which Pac kicked out of it. Then he went for another one later on, in the match, and then went for another paradigm shift. This time an elevated weight in case if he tried to kick out of it. And John Moxley wins the match and new number one contender against Chris Jericho for Chris Jericho's World Championship title in AEW. And there you go. That was the show. I thought it was great. Talking about wrestling, 5 matches, and my overall showing for the show for AEW Dynamite from January 22nd, 2020, where it pertains to Bash of the Beach theme and the theme or pertains to obviously being on Chris Jericho's cruise of Rock and Wrestling Rager at sea. I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I'll go with that. 8 out of 10. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. For It's Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. This was your All Elite Wrestling review, where we're giving you AEW Dynamite results, Bash at the Beach Part 2 on the Chris Jericho's cruise of Rock and Wrestling a Rager at Sea, the show from January 22nd, 2020. Until next time, when it pertains to All Elite Wrestling Review, folks, you'll stay in peace, you'll stay well, you'll stay safe. I'm out, and take care.